Hello, Atlantia.
Hola, Atlantia.
Hope you guys are having a great day. We are, and we'll tell you why later.
It's hot here, though. It's very hot.
Yeah. Storm missed us, so very little rain to talk about, but we certainly have the humidity. Probably could be better off with the rain.
So, what's coming up next? The next thing is Atlantia University. Atlantia University is scheduled for September 12th, and registration has opened. Registration will be open until September 10th. So please remember to go online, look at the catalog of classes. I think it's about 160 classes is what it finally ended up being, somewhere in that range. So go get on, look at the catalog, and register for some classes.
Perfect. This weekly address we have with you this week is going to really focus on something that we haven't been able to do in a while. We're going to talk about upcoming activities because things are being scheduled, and don't want to say it, but it does feel like there might be a little light coming at the end of the tunnel, which would be wonderful.
So virtual activities. Yay! As His Majesty alluded to, we've got virtual activities scheduled. There have been virtual activities all along, but we've got some virtual courts coming up. And our very first virtual court is Galicia Court at Castelo Sotomayor, which will take place in our Barony of Hawkwood.
At 2 p.m.
At Court and Baronial Investiture will start at 2 p.m. So we look forward to that.
And it's a full-fledged court, all types of awards and fun things to do.
Yes. There'll be a very short baronial court by the outgoing Baron and Baroness before they step down. Then we'll have investiture, and then we will also have a royal court where we do a few awards.
Business.
Some business. So we look forward to seeing you guys there, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, in case I needed to tell you that, on September 19th. Yeah.
Keep going.
Oh, I'm on a roll. Okay, so, and this ties in with our virtual courts. We asked the populace to log into the ESP system and please opt in as to whether you would be willing to accept a virtual award or not. And that has been locked now. It locked on Wednesday, and we had 393 people respond yes. They would be willing to accept the virtual award, and we had 59 people who said no, they would rather wait for in-person events.
So that's a great response, and it gives us lots of room to work with for the virtual courts, and we're looking forward to it. Lots of people names who said yes match up with names that we have awards already penciled in for.
How about
that? That is extremely convenient. So thank you all. We will open the period back up for sign-in toward the beginning of January, just in case we need it. We're hoping we don't need it anymore. That will be after January. We're back to in-person events. So.
That is a reminder for any of you Pelicans who are watching this message. There is a polling out there, so if you have not completed your Pelican polling, go and do so.
Good job.
Call
okay.
Out.
Call out.
Call out. This week's call out is to a gentleman who has diligently
challenged everyone.
Yes, he has completed the King's Challenges every month, and not only has he completed them, he's gone beyond the pale. Not saying that other people haven't, and we may get to those people later's call outs too. But this week's call out is to Master Klaus Jaeger from Hawkwood. Way to go. Knocking it out of the ballpark on the King's Challenges.
Yes. Makes me realize I got to put a challenge together for September.
No, he is late.
Not surprising.
He's late. We're running a bit late here, pretty much all the time.
So we talked about university, talked about virtual court. The next event on the calendar for us from a kingdom perspective is 12th night. I know that Mr. Shawned is busily getting ready for that. We look forward to updates and information, but that'll be in Black Diamond.
She's also Duchess Shawned. She's both. He called her mistress. She is a mistress, and she's a duchess.
And she's a grace. And
she's a grace. Oh, Duchess is grace.
Okay.
She's got other titles.
We were talking about the Pelican polling, so I was thinking about that.
Oh, okay.
So reach out to her with great ideas, and don't reach out, though, if you're not willing to get a job, because she's probably looking for people to do jobs.
And I've seen I've been copied on a couple of emails where people are already starting to offer services. So go you. I'm sure she's going to need the help, just like everyone else here, learning the virtual gala gathering, guidelines and how to make that function and work. So it's a bit of a challenge, but I know that Shauna can pull it off. And I know, Shauna, you've got lots of resources. You've got Lord Melchior on the Westminster side. You've got Duchess Adelheid also helping on that end. And Her Excellency Baroness Katerina, who hosted Penzic in Your Backyard, would also be an excellent resource.
She doesn't need you to give her a list.
I know, but I'm just telling her, just in case she needs to know.
Okay.
And us, of course.
Right. Who won your cornet contest?
We forgot to announce this last week, and I am so sorry. And we didn't realize until after we'd already recorded and it had gone off. So the winner of the leather crown and coronet competition is it's Lord Melchior Lloyd of Hawkwood.
Yes, and we hope to see him around on the 19th.
Well, I don't know if we'll see him there. Because
right. We do have a 10-person limit.
We have a 10-person limit, and I think that 10 person has already been reached since it's an investiture. But we'll certainly be in contact with Lord Melchior to get some details finalized for the cornets to be done. But, we had 4 people who put in designs, and they were all excellent. Everybody we sent it out to a panel of judges, and we got input back. And all
the first panel couldn't make a decisive decision,
yes,
so we had to expand the panel.
We did.
And back and forth a lot on that. So a spirited debate.
Yeah, but everybody had good things to say about all the designs. They all incorporated different aspects and qualities. Thank you all for listening when we said we wanted it to have a flavor of Atlantia. Everybody listened, and every design felt like, it would have something to say that it was an Atlantean crown or heirs wearing it. So
your plan is to publish pictures of the winning one?
Yes, I have the designs, and I'll put the design pictures out there.
But maybe we get updated ones or something like that.
Yeah, I may get more final ones
because the
before I
format we
publish
got
them.
isn't the easiest to put out
It's
there.
not.
But we'll show them soon.
It eats up a lot of memory
Right.
and stuff too. So, but we're very excited to get started on those.
So
thank you and congratulations again, Lord Melchior.
Here. So the best news, the absolute best news, and why I have such a large glass of wine, not just because I like wine, but we have an event to announce, an in-person event to announce for February 6th, which will be Crown Tourney. We have a site. I'm not going to tell you on this week where the site is, but what we need is an autocrat. Now, the right person to be an autocrat for this is going to be a little different than your standard Atlantean SCA style autocrat. The first skill that you probably have in this is logistics and the love of setting up tents. Because to ensure that we can comply with all the social distancing that COVID is going to require and that our good practices are going to require, we're going to spread out. And if we spread out, we're going to be needing to put tents up. We're going to need to try to protect against the weather in February. So it's going to be a lot of work. But if you're interested in being the autocrat, and we'll have a lot more details in the next week or two, but we just sat down with the Seneschal and site and talked about it an hour ago. We feel really great about it. Reach out to Kingdom Seneschal Simone. She is handling the assigning of the autocrat for this because it's a little different gig than normal, and it's going to be some physical work. There's no doubt about it. Yes, you put a team together, but even the teams that put it together has to comply with the safety distancing and all of that type of stuff. And when you start putting up big tents, it's going to make a difference.
It's a little different order. Instead of an autocrat, a potential autocrat submitting a bid to the bid committee Instead, you're going to kind of submit your name as autocrat, and then you'll have to work up a bid afterwards. But you got plenty of months.
Right. Okay. You have plenty of time, almost days.
Almost days.
But it should be a lot of excitement. I know I am excited because what Crown Tourney means for us, heirs. Hallelujah. Because the first job the heirs are going to get is making weekly videos.
You'll want to hear from them too. I know. Just, if nothing else, a new set of voices.
Yes. Yeah. A different set of garb.
Oh, yeah. You'll get to see new garb.
New backdrops.
And new backdrops.
Yeah. So, I think we've got a couple more events that are in-person events in February being discussed.
Well, there's now let's clarify. Crown Tourney is February 6th. Originally, that was Winter University. Winter University has now been moved to the next weekend, so it's February 13th. And it was going to be virtual anyway, so that's a virtual university. Atlantia University is February 13th now instead of February 6th. And Crown Tourney will be February 6th.
And then there's a Bright Hills event being planned for in-person.
I think there's a Bright Hills event that same weekend of the 13th.
Right. And then also, at the end of February, I've seen the planning going through for a mirror.
The last weekend in February.
So that's pretty exciting. Right now, Go Force is being planned for in full stead by the Crowns of Trimeris, Meridies, and Anstiora. Glenavon, yeah. Meridies too.
And Meridies.
They're all
in there talking.
Right.
And planning.
We're just crossing our fingers that it happens. It feels good to be talking about all these activities going on. Right now, the most recent ones, of course, will be virtual, and hopefully fortune favors us, and we're going to be able to start back in person with some events that are in February.
So starting in February, y'all should get ready for a chock-full closet of baronial investors. There's going to be a bunch of them that start rolling out in person.
Mm-hmm.
I think we have 5 or 6 in-person ones that are coming up. So,
okay.
Yeah, you guys get ready. I know it seems like a long way away, but February will be here before you know it, and we'll have virtual courts in the meantime to tide you over, and other virtual activities.
If I keep having good news, wine glasses of this size, it'll be here before I know it, that's for sure. So.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us this week. Got our message, and we'll talk to you next week.
Remember to be kind to each other. Thank you.
Goodbye, Atlantia.